17, 2023. For 28 p.m., Sam Altman's phone buzzes. He reads the message. His face goes pale. He's just been fired. From the company he built. The company that changed the world. The company worth billions dollars. But here's what nobody saw coming. Within 5 days, 95% of his employees would threaten to quit. Microsoft would offer to hire them all. And Sam would return, more powerful than ever. Because this isn't just a story about AI. This is a story about betrayal at the highest level. About a friendship that turned into a billion-dollar war. About technology so powerful, its own creators are terrified of it. 100 million people rushed to use ChatGPT in just 60 days. Faster than TikTok. Faster than Instagram. But behind those friendly chat responses, Kenyan workers paid $2 an hour to review the darkest content on the internet. A co-founder who calls it Shakespearean deceit and warnings that make your blood run cold. Stephen Hawking warned it could be the worst event in the history of our civilization. Elon Musk called it more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Yet in just 2 months, 100 million people rushed to use it. This is the story of ChatGPT, the AI that changed everything. And behind it, betrayal, billion-dollar deals, and a fight for the future of humanity. Therefore, you need to know the truth. The origins. The idea that started it all. 2015. It's 2015. AI is locked behind the closed doors of Google, Facebook, and Microsoft. Only tech giants have the keys. Then two men meet, Sam Altman and Elon Musk. They have one crazy idea. What if we built AI that's open, safe, and benefits everyone? They launch OpenAI, a non-profit with $1 billion pledge and a bold mission. To ensure artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. Sounds noble, right? But as you'll see, things got complicated. Fast. Before OpenAI became a household name, there was Sam Altman, a Stanford dropout with a history of bold bets. Who is Sam Altman? The man behind the machine. Sam Altman's early life, 1985 to 2001. Born on April 22, 1985, in Chicago, Altman grew up in St. Louis, attending John Burroughs School. 8 years old. Sam Altman sits in front of a Macintosh computer. The green text glows. AOL chat rooms buzz with strangers' conversations. His parents think he's playing games. He's not. He's learning how humans connect. How they lie. How they trust. How they follow. Stanford and Early Ventures, 2003 to 2005. After high school, Altman enrolled at Stanford University to study computer science, but dropped out in 2005 to pursue a bold idea. He dropped out to co-found Looked, a mobile app for sharing locations with friends. Launched before the iPhone, an app store revolutionized mobile tech, Looked faced steep challenges. Altman worked tirelessly, often surviving on instant noodles, which led to a bout of scurvy from his poor diet. Founding Looked, 2005 to 2012. At 19, he co-founded Looked, a mobile app letting users share their location with friends. A novel concept before Google Maps, 2005, or social media location features, 2009 to 2010. With no app store yet, Looked relied on mobile carriers, a tough sell in the pre-smartphone era. That same year, he joined the inaugural class of Y Combinator, a startup accelerator. There, he caught the eye of founder Paul Graham, who mentored him and later remarked, "Sam is exceptionally good at gaining influence. Drop him on an island of cannibals, and in 5 years, he'd be their king." As one of the first Y Combinator-funded companies, backed by Y Combinator and Sequoia Capital, Altman raised funds and pushed Looked's valuation to $175 million. Despite the hype, it struggled to gain users and sold for $43 million in 2012. The failure taught Altman resilience, and Looked's Y Combinator connection introduced him to Paul Graham, a mentor who'd shape his future. Rising through Y Combinator, 2011 to 2014. In 2011, Paul Graham, Y Combinator's co-founder, saw Altman's tenacity and invited him to join as a part-time partner. Graham praised him as one of the Bay Area's top founders, likening his drive to that of Apple's or Google's creators. By 2014, when Graham stepped down, Altman became president at age 29, guiding startups like Reddit, Airbnb, Instacart, Coinbase, and Dropbox. He also invested in Reddit, briefly serving as its CEO in 2014, helping raise $50 million to stabilize it. Altman's knack for spotting talent and fixing flaws earned him a reputation as a Silicon Valley powerhouse, with Graham noting, "Sam is extremely good at becoming powerful." During this time, Altman identified AI as the next big wave, predicting its potential to transform society in a 2014 blog post. He also founded Hydrazine Capital, the spark of OpenAI, 2012 to 2015. The year is 2012. Altman is hiking near San Francisco with friends. They're discussing a breakthrough paper by Jeffrey Hinton. Neural networks can now recognize images as well as humans. Altman realizes something chilling. AI could soon surpass human intelligence. He shares this fear with Elon Musk, who warns, if AI goes wrong, it could become an immortal dictator. They decide to act. Over dinner in 2015, Altman, Musk, and a team of top AI researchers, including Ilya Sutskever and Greg Brockman, sketch out a new organization. On December 11, 2015, OpenAI was born. Its mission? To ensure that artificial general intelligence, AGI, benefits all of humanity. With Musk pledging significant funding, they founded OpenAI as a nonprofit, committed to advancing AI research transparently and for humanity's benefit. The name, OpenAI, reflected their goal of open-source development, in contrast to profit-driven tech giants. The project attracted big names, Reid Hoffman, LinkedIn, Peter Thiel, PayPal, and support from AWS, Infosys, and more. Humble beginnings and early experiments. OpenAI started modestly, operating out of Greg Brockman's apartment with no formal office. Despite over $1 billion in pledged funding, the team lacked a clear roadmap. Early projects included a Dota 2 playing bot to explore complex decision-making and experiments with robotics, like a conceptual robot butler. These efforts, while innovative, were exploratory, as OpenAI sought to define its path toward artificial general intelligence, AGI, AI capable of matching or surpassing human abilities across diverse tasks. At this stage, Musk and Altman were less involved, busy with Tesla and Y Combinator, respectively. Leadership fell to Sutskever, a technical genius, and Brockman, an operations expert, united by a vision of AGI as both a potential breakthrough and a profound responsibility. The breakthrough, 2017 to 2020. 2017 changes everything. Google publishes a research paper titled, "Attention is All You Need." It introduces something called the transformer, a new way for AI to learn. Unlike older AI that needed carefully labeled data, transformers could learn from the entire internet. OpenAI jumps on this. The internet, with its digitized books, articles, and user-generated content, became a treasure trove of training data. This allowed GPT models to handle diverse queries, from writing stories to answering questions. However, scraping internet data raised copyright concerns, which OpenAI addressed by forging ahead, aligning with Silicon Valley's move fast ethos. OpenAI adopted this, launching GPT-1 in 2018, a promising but early-stage model. But in 2018, OpenAI faced challenges. Musk resigned from the board, citing conflicts with Tesla's AI efforts, though tensions over control also played a role. He had proposed merging OpenAI with Tesla or becoming its CEO, ideas the board rejected. His departure reduced funding, as he contributed less than $100 million of his pledged $1 billion. But there's a problem. The big shift from nonprofit to profit, 2019. Training AI is expensive. Like expensive. By 2019, OpenAI is burning through cash. The nonprofit model can't keep up. So they make a controversial decision. They create a cap profit company, allowing investors to make up to 100x their money. Microsoft invests $1 billion. Later, another $10 billion. Critics erupt. You said AI should be open and safe. Now you're just another tech giant. OpenAI's defense? We need resources to compete. We can't build AGI on good intentions alone. But the cracks are starting to show. In 2020, OpenAI released GPT-3, a powerful language model trained on massive internet datasets. You might think ChatGPT was built entirely by advanced algorithms and powerful computers, but behind the scenes, there's a very human story. Here's something most people don't know. ChatGPT wasn't just built by engineers and algorithms. In 2021, OpenAI hired workers in Kenya through a company called Sama to review some of the darkest content on the internet. Child abuse material, graphic violence, extreme hate speech. Their job? Label it so ChatGPT could learn to avoid it. These workers were paid $1.32 to $2 per hour. Many reported severe emotional trauma. Time magazine exposed the story in 2023. The contract quietly ended. Question for you. Is this ethical outsourcing or digital exploitation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll pin the best ones. The explosion. ChatGPT launches. The defining moment came on November 30th, 2022, when OpenAI launched ChatGPT based on GPT 3.5. Described as a low-key research preview. ChatGPT, an AI you could chat with like a friend or colleague. It wasn't just smart. It was helpful, safe, and fine-tuned to have conversations. It had a simple chat interface, free access for everyone, surprisingly human-like conversations, and it went viral. It exceeded expectations, reaching 100 million users in 2 months, faster than any app in history, compared to Facebook's 4.5 years. 1 million users in 5 days. 100 million users in 2 months, faster than TikTok, Instagram, or Netflix. Students used it for homework, coders for debugging, writers for ideas, businesses for automation. AI was no longer a niche. It was mainstream. The multimodal evolution, 2023 to 2025. ChatGPT keeps evolving. GPT-4, 2023 can analyze images, write code, reason deeply. GPT-4v, 2023 adds vision. You can upload photos, and it sees them. GPT-4o 2024 real-time voice, vision, and text. You can talk to it like a human. Meanwhile, the competition heats up. Google launches Gemini, formerly Bard. Anthropic releases Claude. Meta builds Llama. And Elon Musk? He launches Grok under his new company, XAI. We'll cover those in the upcoming videos. Stay tuned. Latest version of ChatGPT. As of October 11th, 2025, the latest version of ChatGPT is powered by GPT-5, which was released by OpenAI on August 7th, 2025. This model represents a major advancement, featuring improved reasoning, enhanced performance in areas like coding, math, and multimodal tasks. The betrayal. The boardroom drama, November 2023. November 17th, 2023. Out of nowhere, OpenAI's board fires Sam Altman. The reason? Vague. He wasn't consistently candid in his communications. What? No one knows what really happened. Theories explode. Did he hide something about AI safety? Was it about his side projects like WorldCoin? In hours. Greg Brockman resigns in solidarity. 95% of OpenAI employees sign a letter demanding Altman's return. Microsoft offers to hire Altman and anyone who follows. 5 days later, Altman is back. The board members who fired him? Gone. Altman emerges stronger than ever. But the question remains, what really happened? The feud, Elon Musk versus Sam Altman. Remember Elon Musk? OpenAI's co-founder who left in 2018? He's back. And he's furious. Scam Altman. Swindly Sam. Liar. These aren't YouTube comments. These are Elon Musk's actual words about his former friend. The feud reignited in 2024 when Musk sued OpenAI, alleging Shakespearean deceit for prioritizing profits over humanity's good. By 2025, it had intensified. February 2025, Musk led an investor group in an unsolicited offer to buy OpenAI's non-profit arm, potentially merging it with his XAI, founded in 2023. Altman rejected it outright, calling it a tactic to slow OpenAI down. In a Bloomberg interview, Altman got personal. I don't think Musk is a happy person. His whole life is from a position of insecurity. I feel for the guy. Musk fired back on X, labeling Altman, Scam Altman, and Swindly Sam. Trump even weighed in January 2025, joking about Musk's dislike for Altman's Stargate project. As Altman told CNBC, I don't think about Musk that much, but the barbs suggest otherwise. April 2025, OpenAI countersued Musk for harassment, accusing him of using legal threats to seize control of its innovations for personal gain. August 2025, Musk accused Apple of antitrust violations for allegedly rigging App Store rankings to favor ChatGPT over Grok, threatening a lawsuit. Altman clapped back on X. This is a remarkable claim given what I have heard alleged that Elon does to manipulate X to benefit himself and his own companies and harm his competitors. Musk called Altman a liar and demanded an affidavit proving he hadn't tweaked X's algorithm to boost his posts. Altman quipped, "Skill issue." September 2025. XAI sued OpenAI for poaching ex-employees to steal Grok trade secrets, citing a troubling pattern. Musk amplified a baseless theory that ex-OpenAI researcher Suchar Balaji, died 2024, was murdered over internal disputes, defying SF police suicide ruling and Altman's statements. September 2025. Musk axed 500 from the 1,500-person data annotation team, key for Grok training, plus 9 senior members. Slack leaks showed abrupt deactivations and value add firings echoing Musk's chaos. Ex-staffer called it a major culling, possibly linked to Grok's misinformation issues. CFO Mike Liberatore quit after 3 months, 120-plus HR weeks, and joined OpenAI. October 2025. Tesla/XAI staff bolted from Musk's erratic style, politics, e.g., Trump/Doge ties, and burnout. Many defected to OpenAI. FT dubbed it a. On October 11, 2025, Musk replied to a tweet on X that OpenAI is built on a lie. Is this just a business rivalry? Or it's personal? But it's messy. And it's far from over. OpenAI Today. As of October 2025, OpenAI is valued at $500 billion. ChatGPT has hundreds of millions of users worldwide. They're not just a chatbot company anymore. They're building DALL-E, AI image generation, Sora, AI video generation, advanced voice mode, conversations that feel eerily human. AI is disrupting industries, art and design, writing and journalism, search engines threatening Google, customer service, education. But with great power, the future and the warnings, the dangers we can't ignore. Alright, folks, we've just unpacked the wild history of OpenAI and ChatGPT, from their humble beginnings to their world-changing tech. We've celebrated the benefits, how AI is making life easier. But hold up. There's a darker side to this tale, and it's got some experts seriously worried. I'm not here to spread fear or spin conspiracies, but we need to talk about what some researchers are calling the cascades. Some key points of experts you can look at. Companies choose money over safety. OpenAI started as a non-profit to build safe AI, but switched to making profits in 2019 with Microsoft's help. This shift, called Cascade 1, means they rush to release AI, like ChatGPT, to make money, ignoring dangers like AI becoming too smart and uncontrollable. Secret plans. Some says OpenAI, and others hide how close we are to super smart AI, called AGI, that could outthink humans. They keep secrets to avoid panic or regulation, but this, Cascade 2, risks AI growing too fast without safety checks. For example, some insiders say AGI might arrive in 2 to 5 years, by 2030, not decades. AI hurts jobs in society. AI is already replacing workers, like in tech layoffs in 2024 to 2025, and making apps that control how people think, especially kids. They call these cascades, and warns AI is built to make things efficient for companies, not to help people, causing job losses and more surveillance. What worries them most is that artists, musicians, graphic designers, and writers are targeted by artificial intelligence, which will sooner or later make their work obsolete and easily replaceable/copyable by people who just sit at computers in their bedrooms, have no knowledge of arts, and only give prompts. Soon artists will not be able to earn any money, but technology companies will continue to increase their profits. The quality of film production today certainly points to this. Others think true talent's untouchable. What's your take? Drop it in the comments. Now, here's what keeps you up at night. Artists can't sell paintings, because AI makes them in seconds. Writers lose contracts, because ChatGPT writes faster. Coders get fired, because AI debugs better. One by one. Job by job. Dream by dream. Your kid's teacher? Might be ChatGPT by 2030. Your doctor's diagnosis? Probably AI-assisted today. That customer service agent? Already a bot. But here's the scariest part. Sam Altman himself said it. You shouldn't trust. When asked, you have huge amount of power. Why would we trust you? Therefore, I'll ask you what I ask myself every night. If we can't trust the people building this, who can we trust? Question mark bonus. Your burning questions answered. 1. How did OpenAI make ChatGPT? Or ChatGPT works technically. OpenAI made ChatGPT by 1. ChatGPT is a large language model based on a type of neural network called a transformer. 2. Training a large neural network on massive datasets of text from books, websites, and public data. 3. It required huge amounts of computing power from partners like Microsoft, advanced model architectures, and safety systems. 5. The process involved massive computational resources, costing millions, and required balancing performance with safety and ethical considerations. 6. It generates answers by predicting the next word in a sequence based on the prompt you give. 2. Does ChatGPT leak data? Short answer, not intentionally. OpenAI doesn't sell your data, but they collect your prompts to improve the model unless you opt out. A bug in March 2023 briefly exposed chat history titles, but it was fixed fast. 3. Does ChatGPT track you? ChatGPT doesn't track your exact location or identity. OpenAI only collects what you share, like your prompts, feedback, or basic account info if you sign up. It doesn't use your camera or mic. Some data, like chat history and cookies, is used to improve performance and manage sessions. 4. When does ChatGPT go wrong? ChatGPT can go wrong when it hallucinates facts, makes up false but plausible sounding information, reinforces stereotypes or bias in training data, misunderstands prompts or context, is used for malicious purposes, spam, fraud, cheating. 5. Is ChatGPT biased? Yes, like all AI. Bias comes from training data, reflects internet content, which is bias. How you phrase questions. Common areas of bias. Politics, often seen as cautious or center-left. Race, gender, religion. Western versus non-Western perspectives. OpenAI is working on this, but it's not perfect. 6. How would ChatGPT take over the world? ChatGPT can't act on its own. It only responds when asked, but it could be misused by humans for mass disinformation, scams and phishing, surveillance. The danger isn't the tool, it's how people use it. So there you have it. From a non-profit dream in 2015 to a $500 billion AI empire in 2025. From open and safe AI to lawsuits, firings, and a billionaire feud. ChatGPT changed the internet. But the story is far from over. If you made it this far, you're ready for what's coming. The Grok expose. The Gemini investigation.